Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash, one team hoping to make a giant statement. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. About to kick off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Release to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
On the run, it's Henderson. At the 35, he's open. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
He'll get rid of it. And the ball is picked off. Got room at the 35. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Pulls and fires complete. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Caught in the backfield. It's Law. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offenses.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. What a snag by the defense. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now.
Makes the grab down the left side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up to...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Getting some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And that's 2 times he's gotten to the quarterback. Crimson Tide linebackers have a long history of getting after the passer, whether it's Will Anderson, Derek Thomas, Cornelius Bennett, you name it.
You run out of oxygen there. I hear you. There's so many.
He'll take a deep shot here. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. From the gun, the running back has it. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after 1, we're scoreless.
We'll start the quarter offense, about to snap it on second down. He's looking for an open man on second down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow. They got the flag. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And they'll blow it dead just about the 45-yard line. This offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They've got the screen set up. At the 45, on his way. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. A first down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Lining up for the P.A.T. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking for a man, it's Milrow. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing coverages. Because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Get it out on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to throw it again. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Look, a lot of time left, but there's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. P.A.T. unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. offense getting set for first down. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. They're bringing heat. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball.
Oh, they want the two, and the holder's going to try to throw it. And they got him for the sack.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Ohio State 20, Alabama.
They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Going up top on first down. They're trying, and that's a live ball behind the line. Now, hey, that's a live ball. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
How good have they recruited in the secondary defensively, right? We've seen guys flying around with speed. They're breaking on the ball. They've got hands. Multiple interceptions in this game. They almost got another one right there.
Back to pass. It's Milroe. Floats it out in space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And he makes the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, it just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Not a chance. missed it. Boy, that field goal really could have helped the mental health, but it's still a 13-point game.
Alabama, 7.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard.
And he reels it in inside the 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And that's enough. First down for the offense.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. He's looking to throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire now on second down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll run it to the right side. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. The Buckeyes have taken it inside the 20. Back to throw, it's Howard. Safe completion on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Firing to the right, complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Second and goal for this offense. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He wants it all. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, that's one of those throws in the end zone. You're working the back line. You've got to put that where only your guy can make the play. So you know you got to throw it high, but it's got to be more accurate than that. And as a result, that one goes incomplete.
Still on the 2-yard line after the incompletion. It's third and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for a pretty good job by the defense.
Fourth and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Buying some time. Makes the catch. He will be stopped. Couldn't turn the corner, and the defense makes the play.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense. All right, you're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Bernard. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
That completion leaves us with second and medium. To the air, it's Milrow. He lets it fly. Reels it in down the left side. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down on your own end because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play, and you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Graham. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll try the right side. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On second down, just keeps firing. Fires to the big fella. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. Back to throw, it's Howard. Moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete, and will change ends of the field now.
That's the end of the third quarter. This is Ohio State 20, Alabama 14.
Back on the field after the break, and we'll start the quarter here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. And the returner goes down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Quarterback adapting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to throw, it's Milrow. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Alabama!
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
And it's good, and now the defense will try to hang on to this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Boy, they hope that one doesn't come back to bite them. The kickoff out of bounds right after you've taken the lead here in the fourth quarter, and all they need is a field goal to go back on top. Here comes the offense on first down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll toss it to the left. And the Buckeyes have enough for the first down.
Well, a short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play, and nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Henderson. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Comes out throwing on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Grabbed in the middle, it's Judkins. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
The snap sets up to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Judkins. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
It's incomplete. They can't stretch out the lead as the two-point conversion attempt fails, but they'll still try to hang on for the final seconds.
26, Alabama, 21.
They might want to consider driving this one through on the ground, get him to touch it and get that clock running. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Here's a throw downfield late. Pulls it in on the right. Off he goes. Touchdown tie! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
How about the ball by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. Where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
What a game. What a finish. Came down to one last play, and they get it done.
What a play to show up in that moment of the game and make that type of play, that type of individual effort is just magic day.
No doubt. It's what you dream about, but those moments, you have to step up and make it, and big-time players like this come up and make a big-time play late in the game to get you the win.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation.